the NimCast. Oh no, it's the NimCast. Oh no, it's the NimCast. Oh, it's the NimCast. Oh no, it's the NimCast. Oh no, it's the NimCast. Oh, it's the NimCast.
Hello and welcome back to the NimCast. We are joined by your two beautiful hosts, Lord Pasta, the man who quit drinking milk so he could be less gay, and me, the man who, I don't know, what's a funny thing I do? I don't know. My life sucks, so I can't think of anything.
It's okay. We still appreciate you, Nim.
I was trying to have a fun
This
introduction
podcast should
of...
be
You
nothing.
guys are making this challenging because neither of my, I have no achievements that are on that level.
Yeah, I didn't even say anything for myself. I mean, I guess
I just outdid everybody. I'm sorry.
Lord Pasta's...
Can't top that.
Anyways, I didn't introduce our guest here. He just kind of started talking. We are joined by the one and only Spike Viper. So introduce yourself, tell us what you do and everything.
I'm President Spike Viper, also known as Dictator Spike Viper, depending on who you ask. I'm a YouTuber, overlord of part of a galaxy. Some people say I'm oppressive. I disagree with them. They usually disappear. But in reality, I'm a YouTuber. I've got 100,000 subscribers. Things have been going well lately. Things really took off in the last year or so. And I know Lord Pasta personally from the great server Nerdcraft, so I was also a server host for a while. So I've got a bit of a community, and I've been up to date on a lot of the YouTube stuff because that's kind of my job.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
So the reason we got you on as a guest is because Lord Pasta knows you, obviously, and has followed you for a while, I guess. So I probably would have never even known you existed if it weren't for him. So I decided, because he knows more about you and everything, he would lead the questions to get us started on conversation. So Lord Pasta, take it away.
Because we're totally professional interviewers here, right, guys?
Sounds fantastic.
They call us the most professional podcast in existence. Actually, that's our official thing. I don't know. I can't even think.
Yeah, most professional.
Jeez, I could really throw off your balance, and if I just say one falsehood, I'm ruining your entire show.
You could say one.
Yeah, we'll
man.
be done.
Oh man, you would ruin our perfect record. Lord Pasta, take it away.
All right, so I've taken the liberty of writing down a series of questions here. I know, I'm so professional.
Oh, you're more prepared than me.
Myself.
I should have written down...
I'm so proud of myself with this. It's just so amazing.
I mean, I've never written down questions for this podcast, so...
I should have written down predicted answers for the questions I think you're going to ask.
Yeah, you probably could have done that with these ones.
Like, tried to predict which questions they were going to be.
Like, some of them are fun, some of them are just really standard. Like,
hey, Spike, what do you think of demonetization?
Oh, yeah, stuff like that. One of them is, we can start here if you would like. What do you think most surprised you during your YouTube career?
Oh, geez, that's a hard one because a lot of things have just come out of left field when it comes to YouTube. I mean, I think so far the most surprising thing to me has been that Ben Shapiro actually hosted Meme Review. I feel like this timeline is broken. So that's just my personal thing because it's just this weird thing where the people who used to be only online personalities now have so much political power. And I mean, even PewDiePie versus giant multimedia companies, and he actually made a stand, and I'd argue he won. And it's it's no longer the counterculture. It's
he's
now
the first one who made it to 69 million. So
and now he's at 70. It's insane.
Yeah.
These people.
69 was the million was the bigger.
Yeah, that was a big achievement. But I just find it crazy how much
I I witnessed the moment it happened, actually. So
How much
for you,
influence
man.
people have now compared to
Oh, yeah.
standard means of media, because more people watch YouTube than watch TV now. It's
Yeah.
yeah, just it's amazing
What's
to
your-
see how somebody could have started just as I'm just some guy who is just, you know, recording myself playing some video games, throwing it on the internet by myself, and now it's like, you know,
And I think
how
back to
much
that
influence
too.
you
Like,
can have through that.
if
you know?
one day I hadn't decided to just randomly start recording myself playing video games, my life would be completely different right now. Like, a lot of things have been changed, you know? Things would
Yeah.
not be the same. I think pretty much every aspect of my life has been changed by YouTube at this point. Like, even like friendships and relationships, it all kind of gets affected once it hits a certain level.
Do people like recognize you occasionally,
I've
or your voice?
I've never been recognized. No, I have actually worn my own like shirt and stuff at like I've done it at an amusement park before to see if anyone would recognize me. I'm not quite at that point. Like, I've got 100,000 people who recognize me, but the United States is like
Yeah,
a
the chance
lot
of one of
of
I
those
met
people.
someone.
And I can
showing
say
up. Yeah,
like half of my subscribers are I'd say like 70% are US based, so we're talking like 100,000-ish people spread across 300-400 million people. The chances are pretty slim, and that's assuming that they know what my face looks like, so that means they've recently
Yeah.
watched my videos.
Yeah, true. The only reason why I asked that is because I actually came across some people like a few years ago who had watched your videos, and I told them, "Hey, I've talked to this guy," and they're like, "Dang, that's cool."
I always find things
So-
like that really
well,
cool.
You can be like, well, now you can go to those people and be like, hey, he was in my podcast. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think another one of
Nah.
the craziest things with YouTube is that I've contacted and talked to people with like millions of subscribers, and it's like, I am a pretty confident guy. I no real social anxiety when it comes to talking to someone that big. Jeez, I'll hang on a message for like 5 minutes because it's like, that's a famous person you're dealing with, like, you don't want to leave a bad
Oh, yeah.
impression. Especially in
Yeah.
like the YouTube space, because it's competitive. It's a competitive field. If you're a gamer and there's another gamer and you're playing similar games, you want to keep things good so that maybe a collaboration or something in the future,
Yeah.
something to help
Well,
you
it's all
both.
about making connections. I mean, that's
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that's not just
Mhm.
with YouTube. That's with like any career path you want to get into.
Mhm.
You know, the more connections you have, the better.
Definitely. So I guess we answered that question quite well. So we can move on if you would like. What exactly made you interested in initially starting your YouTube channel?
Oh, this is gonna be
So, like-
cliche. Well, let's see. Back when I started it, I was watching the Yogscast, so real throwback to back in the Tech It days. Tech It with Duncan, Jaffa Factory, you know. I don't know how many people actually watched those, but they were pretty popular at the time. Shadow of Israfel, a lot of good classics by the Yogscast, and I really, at that point, I wanted to join them. I was like, I'm going to become a YouTuber so that I can join the Yogscast. Obviously, that was never a real possibility, but I have taken off. So I guess I got halfway there. Like, I am a YouTuber now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you somewhat accomplished it, you know.
And you know,
Kind of.
if I knew that the Yogscast were gonna kind of fall off a cliff there, I probably would have changed my. You know, they haven't really. Things have changed in the past 5 years a lot.
Yeah, I haven't
Yeah.
heard anything about the Yogscast in a long time.
Yeah, I mean,
It got really repetitive is the issue. Like,
Yeah.
all the Minecraft YouTubers really, even like Captain Sparkles and all the big guys, it's like, you don't hear about them anymore because they set out so hard on one game that once the game lost popularity, like Minecraft, look at Google Trends, look at the search results, it's
Oh yeah.
dropping. Nobody thought it would happen. People were like,
You know.
okay, it's like Fortnite right now. All the people making Fortnite videos and getting millions of views on clickbait, they're like, yes, this is gonna last forever. But once it starts slipping, it's gonna slip hard, and a ton of people are gonna lose their livelihoods, and they're gonna say, damn it, I should have went into other games. And obviously,
Yeah.
I am kind of guilty of that too. I've been pretty heavy on specific games, but the place that's different is the games I play aren't already popular. So if they gained a popularity boost, it would help me, but it's not like they can lose much popularity. They kind of off to the side.
So would you say your channel is more or less based on like a more of a what I'm trying to say, more of like a personality based channel where people subscribe for you, not necessarily the games you play or anything? Oh, hold on.
Sorry, I got put into AFK for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Anyways, as I was saying, would you say that your channel is more personality based, like in terms of like people subscribe for your personality rather than the specific games you play?
Something
kind of.
I think the fact that I managed to do a complete pivot from Universe Sandbox 2 to City Skylines shows that people are there for more than the game, because the video, when my channel started gaining steam, it was completely Universe Sandbox 2. Like, I milked that hard because I was the first person to make videos on the game, really. Because I'd pre-ordered it, it wasn't on Steam yet, and then when my video... That's the only reason I got popular. I got lucky. Really
nice.
Lucky.
Yeah, you got in on the...
I got in on a game
early, yeah.
that was much more popular than it was expected to be, so nobody else had their videos out in the search results, and mine went to the top. And I kind of wrote that. So it was more of a,
you did the right videos at the right time kind of thing.
Yeah, but what I think, I don't want to sound like narcissistic here, but I think the genius thing that I did is I started to pull it away from the game, and I started to do things that weren't necessarily Universe Sandbox 2 in Universe Sandbox 2. Like, I'd make videos that could be done in a lot of different games, and I made lore, so I was building my empire, and then, like,
makes sense.
Because in lore I was building an empire, it just made natural sense to move into, like, City Skylines to build cities for my empire, and to move into Hearts of Iron 4 to fight for it. It kind of connected everything.
That makes sense. So, like, the idea is, like, no matter what game you play, there's probably some way you can relate that to your overall, the overall lore you have built up over it. So that's a complete idea, and it also makes things much easier for, like, merchandise and stuff in the future, because I have a creation of my making. There's the Vuperians, there's Spook Vooper, which is our planet. Like, we've got enough lore that I can build stuff off of that, and I can really turn it in any direction I need. That's really cool.
Oh, yeah. That's one of the things I was going to mention, actually, because I thought it was one of the reasons why you might be successful in the future, whereas other YouTubers would just fall into the trap, you know?
Yeah, that's very interesting. I like I said, I don't really know a lot about you. I didn't actually... I think in preparation for this, I went and tried to watch, like, a couple of your videos. But, I mean, it's just, you know, that type of video isn't really my thing. So I was like... But, yeah.
This is what I'm going to say.
That's a very interesting way to set it up.
That one of the most important things to my YouTube channel, even though Nerdcraft as a server, which is my Minecraft server, never actually really took off. I mean, it took off once, but that was once again, I got super lucky. I made a mod pack that happened to hit the top of Technic Launcher and got like 100,000 downloads, but that's besides the point. Nerdcraft never really was successful. However, the stories that we made within Nerdcraft and all the wars and battles, that's what built up the foundation for Vuperia and everything. That's the stories that we made in that server, and then I brought that into the videos. And so if I never had run that server, I probably wouldn't have made the lore, and it wouldn't have been such a thing. So I consider that an important part, because not only was I building up my lore, I was also making connections with, like, big pillars of our community now, like X-Bomber and Silly Possibilities. Pasta knows who they are, but I made close friends on the server who then helped me with the YouTube when it went on. It really, like, X-Bomber has named probably 90% of the lore. Like, he made most of it, not me. I thought it was Spook Vooper was a silly name at first for a planet, but he said it, and then other people said it, and I was like, oh, you know what, this works. And, I mean, same with Vuperia and the people being potatoes. It just came out of kind of the fans, and then I was like, you know what? this works.
Huh. That yeah, that's actually really cool.
So
Wait. Hmm?
That's it for that tangent.
Oh yeah, I think your voice cut out for a second there. But
Yeah,
so
your
I
voice
missed
cut
part
out.
of what you were
did
saying.
it?
That was weird.
Okay, where did it cut out?
It was like I don't remember, where was it?
It was somewhere close to the end.
Okay, so I'll just repeat. Basically, the important thing is that I had the community come up with things, and that made them feel more involved, and it gave me ideas where I could build up the lore. It wasn't all me. Most of it wasn't me. The only thing I've really named or made is myself, Spike Viper. Everything else was other people's ideas, and I kind of ran with it.
That
Yeah.
is really cool. I think that's cool because that also kind of sets you up as I guess sets you apart from others in like a more unique way, rather than just being some guy who plays video games. You have sort of a story behind it, so it kind of gives.
It's something that people can play with, you know.
Yeah.
When you have like, well, in a few years, when you have like more and more subs, you can have people making like fan fiction and all that stuff within the universe.
Yeah, I mean, right
all
by
that
now,
stuff,
I would say you. I don't know. That was actually something I was going to ask. Is do you actually have much fan fiction that's been written or anything like that?
So I don't have fan fiction. However, I've been pushing very hard for fan inclusion, of course.
Yeah.
Obviously, the server used to be the place where history was written, but now we do actually. I did make a subreddit where now we are doing original content in a totally original show, showcasing that. Not at all similar to any other YouTubers. But we do have a lot being made, and one area that happens is I did make a nation states account, and I have a bunch of nations there, and that's a bit of the roleplay going into it, but I'd like to do more with it, though. I definitely would like to do more, and I think I can do more. I just need a little bit more push. Like, I told a lot of people in one of my live streams, my road to 100,000 live stream, I said, does anyone remember who Leafy is here is? And not because he was a good YouTuber, necessarily. Not because of his content, but do you remember the hissing?
Do you remember, like, the lore behind it and, like, the different things?
What happened is, if you were on YouTube at that time watching a video, it didn't matter what video you were on. People were just saying hiss in the comments randomly.
Oh, yeah.
And it was,
I remember that.
It was really confusing. And so people would look and they'd be like, where does this hissing come from? And obviously they'd come across Leafy's channel. But having something like that, something that, an inside joke or an inside, like, piece of information that only the people who watch the channel, like having lore behind your channel, like the reptilian army in his case, it was such a good advertising and growth tool because people wanted in on it. I'd like people to want to become a Vupirian, to join the army, quote unquote, to become a subscriber and contribute.
All right, everyone, become a what you said, a Vupirian?
Yeah.
Yeah, Vupirian.
And also, if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, you can become a Nimian.
So like a minion, but backwards?
Yeah. So that's one I came up with a while ago. It's pretty great.
Good job, man. I'm proud of you.
I literally start, like, a lot of my videos like that. I'll say, like, how's it going, Nimians?
And that's a fantastic habit. Keep doing that, because it may not seem like it, but it does encourage people to come back because they feel like they're a part of something. It's one of the most important things about, like, another example, lover or hater Tanamangu, her fans are like, they believe they're a part of something. I don't know what it is, but they are rabid for whatever it is. And once you have your fans feeling like they're part of something, they will come back and they will fight for you and they will support you. And it's a lot of responsibility at that point because you do have people looking up to you, but it's very good for building things up. And for my last example like that, I mean, someone who's doing pretty similar content to me, if anyone knows who Country Roads, the song, is, You know who's using that song?
Wait, who's using that song?
RT Game. He's the one who turned it into
Oh.
like a complete meme. But
Oh, I didn't know that.
he-
I didn't know the backstory of all that. No.
he may not have been the first, but he used it so well with his community. Just having something unique to your community is important. Like whether it's a song, the name of the people, but I do think that's extremely important. And if anyone is getting into YouTube, you need a plan for that. I didn't have a plan for it originally, but thankfully other people figured it out for me.
Slowly grew, yeah. Well, I mean, that's something that's like just having. I don't even know what I was saying there. I don't know where I was going with that. Okay.
All right. So that actually knocked down a bunch of my questions. I was going to ask, what advice would you give to YouTubers starting channels?
Oh, I've got a lot more if you
stuff
want me
along-
to go on that. There's a lot of important things.
Try to like skip by the cliche ones that everybody says. Go with like more. I don't know.
Follow your heart. Be kind. Nah. Well, let's be real. It's YouTube. YouTube's not going to be kind to you. It's a company
Truth.
that wants
Truth.
to show videos that will make them money. So the first thing is make your videos more than 10 minutes long. Because otherwise, you're not going to kick off to good. I did kind of a bad example of that. I made my videos like 40 minutes long a while back.
Yeah, there's an extent where it's like
That's too long. Now I'm at 20 minutes, and I found that's a sweet spot between YouTube recommending, because everything on YouTube now is based off of watch time. So you need to get your videos interesting enough that people will watch as much as possible and short enough that it'll be a high percentage.
Yeah.
If YouTube sees that, like, my average video has a watch time percent of like 60%. Which means that 60% of people will watch the entire thing through, the rest will exit early. But that's a good number. A lot of people will just watch for like a minute and click off a video, so that's one important thing. You need to keep people watching, and you need a good length of the video. None of those ridiculous like 20-second clips or anything, because YouTube is not going to suggest that to anyone. But the most important thing in YouTube right now is consistency. People like to make fun of YouTubers because they're like, it's not a real job. You don't have to show up to work. You can take any day off you want. But no, you can't take any day off you want, because even if I miss one day in a week, the rest of the week my views will go down about 10%, because YouTube will recommend my videos less if I'm not consistent. And it's pretty challenging sometimes to make a video. Like, if I'm busy, but it's always worth it, because it builds up. The more you get going consistently, the more YouTube suggests your content.
Yeah, I can say that it is like difficult because there was a time, this was not this past summer, but the summer before that, I did for that basically that whole summer I did daily uploads, which was. Yeah, like I know what you mean by doing it consistently can be rough, because like, you know, I had work too, you know, so like I had to work.
Yeah,
and
that's
stuff,
just
and
brutal.
I
never
wanted to
had
like
go
have
with
a
that.
life. Yeah, and I wanted to have a life as well, but I still tried to do like one video a day, and I did for probably like 3 months or so, I think, and then eventually, you know, and then I started college and I just couldn't deal with it anymore. But I will say one thing though. I think the quality of my videos went down though when I was doing them daily, because I was more worried about, I got to get a video out today rather than actually trying to put effort into it. So
I understand that. I've actually, one of my biggest recent things is that I've been trying to raise the quality. Like, before it would be mostly unedited. Now I'll get like 40 minutes of video and I'll cut it to 20 of the most interesting things. So I aim to. One of the things I've been working with lately is literally increasing quality too. Like, I've switched to 1440p recording, which takes a lot longer to render and a lot longer to upload, but it's just giving yourself a tiny bit of an edge. Quality does matter. YouTube notices, your viewers notice.
Yeah.
Maybe not many people care about the
Mhm.
resolution of the video, but those who do, well, now you have an edge over pretty much everyone else, and it was something so simple to do.
People don't think about that, but the quality really does make all the difference. You could be uploading a video every single day, but if people are not interested and people haven't seen something that sticks in their brain, they're not gonna click back.
I
and
think
come
that
back for
was
more.
probably my main issue when I was doing daily uploads, because my channel is mostly surrounded about like doing movie related things. So I do like movie reviews, and I was also doing a series where I would review every single episode of Star Wars: The Clone Wars.
Oh my god. That's gonna
it's
be
a
a
good
really
show.
long series.
It's like over 100 episodes. I haven't finished it.
Man.
I want to try to finish it because I'm close to the end, but like I kind of am like sick of the videos, but I don't know. But I also don't want to be like, oh, I didn't finish it, you know.
So
but,
you actually nailed my next piece of advice. Find
Which
your
is?
niche.
Yeah, that's a very niche thing.
That
because
is
nobody
very
else
niche,
was doing it.
but you know what? That's good, because like I said with the Universe Sandbox 2, you gotta find something no one else is doing. If you make Fortnite videos right now, you're wasting your time. Like, honestly, if you weren't one of the first people to do it, you're not going to gain popularity, because YouTube does not care about subscriber loyalty anymore. They really don't. They don't recommend... even if you hit the notification bell, 90% of the time they aren't going to send a notification to people.
Well, I guess
Yeah, that's
sometimes,
true.
not a lot, but sometimes if you don't, they do automatically unsubscribe you to people sometimes.
Oh god. Well, that
Apparently
is just
so. It's like,
things like that just infuriate me, because
yeah, I know.
it's-
I agree.
Yeah,
So
do
bad.
they still deny that happens?
and then they automatically subscribe people to T-Series, so it's okay, it balances out.
Did they do that though? Did that
they're-
happen?
Really? I haven't seen
It's
that
looking
one.
pretty shady, but that's a whole nother
Because
subject.
I know there was people claiming that T-Series was like sub-botting and T-Series was doing automatic,
So, it would
subscriptions, but I
appear
don't know
that
how real it
anyone
is.
who makes an account in India, you know how like you automatically get subscribed to like YouTube Spotlight? It would
Right.
appear that they're automatically subscribing people to T-Series if you live in certain regions. Now, I'm not... Oh my
Oh,
god.
he went to what? Why does that?
I don't know why it's kicking me to AFK. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know
um,
what's happening.
That's weird.
But
Discord.
ignoring that, I'm not sure about the T-Series thing and them auto-subbing. That's what I've heard. That's what I've seen on Twitter. I've seen videos
Yeah,
of people
I've
showing themselves.
seen a lot of accusations of it. Yeah, I've seen that before.
They could just be growing so quickly because it's India, and India's getting
Yeah.
widespread internet access now.
Right.
A lot of people are making accounts. But skipping over
Honestly,
to
that's probably all it is.
the original thing we were talking about, finding a niche subject, at least to start, is just super important. I mean,
Yeah.
you'll find that
Yeah, but you can't get stuck though.
no, you don't want to
because
get stuck.
when I-
And I almost did that. I almost made a horrible mistake there. My channel would be dead right
And
now.
it's also important which one you choose, because when I first started doing YouTube, I was in an already dead community, the KSP community.
Yeah, we talked about this
And
last
I
week.
tried to do that for like
Yeah,
2.5
it's got to be
years,
something
and that
pretty
didn't work.
fresh. You have to find something new, and you got to jump on it, and you have to find a way to pivot it into other things before it dies. It's a real balance, and it's really challenging. A lot of people, back to Leafy is here. You guys may not know, but he was just like a Minecraft YouTuber before
Oh
before
yeah.
he started. He made his first video where he had gameplay in the background. He was talking about a real life problem in the video, in the audio, and people liked it. And he started a whole new genre, but because he had started it, he just completely switched to doing that because it was original and people wanted it. Nobody wanted to see another person playing Minecraft. Nobody wanted that.
That's why I stopped doing Minecraft videos.
Yeah, same.
Good for you.
Also, because
Well-
I'm in high school now.
Well, good for you then.
And Lord
Oh,
Pasta still streams Minecraft occasionally, so
I feel very personally attacked.
Oh, I know. I just,
it's okay.
I get
Lord
called.
Pasta-
The damage is already done. Everyone at school calls me a Minecraft YouTuber, and I don't even bother correcting them anymore. Now I'm just like, well, what have you done?
That's
Yeah,
true.
well, I probably am gonna stop playing Minecraft because I got banned from the only server I play.
Oh, you got banned
Yay.
from
Sim PvP.
Yeah, simpvp.net banned me.
so sad. You just
I-
advertised for them. You realize that? Like,
Yes,
they
I
banned
know,
you, and now
and
you're
they
giving
still
them
banned
free
me.
advertisement. This
Sorry,
is
I
so
shouldn't have
sad.
mentioned which server it was. Darn.
Why not?
I don't know.
You're giving
'cause
them
that's
free
the
advertisement.
I really don't care
Yeah, I know.
because I don't know. It's a good server,
It's
and
nice.
they got me on a technicality.
Yeah.
Like the mini map that I was using, I was told was okay, but apparently it contained certain options that, if turned on, would violate their rules.
Oh,
So you
jeez.
got a lifetime ban.
Yeah, lifetime ban. No way of ever.
Just get an alt
Getting
account
back.
and go back in, you know?
Yeah, but I'm gonna have to wait to fool them or use a VPN and stuff like that. And I don't want to talk about it. is the thing. Come on,
I have
man.
another big one. 4 important things. This one's gonna be a little bit more controversial.
Okay. Go for
Be
it. We like
family
controversy.
friendly. Honestly, it takes a little bit effort not to swear and stuff, but YouTube will reward you. And I know some people make mature content, so obviously it's not for them. It's not for
Yeah,
the guy
I
playing
think-
hardcore Doom or something. But
I think overall it more or less depends on the individual person, because for some people that just doesn't work for them.
yeah, no, I understand
But if
that.
if it works for you, if you're fine with doing that, then yeah, do it, because it's
If
you know,
it
and that's-
won't hurt your content to be family friendly,
Yeah.
just do it. Don't
Yeah.
because YouTube has an internal rating system. They do. It's been
Mm-hmm.
leaked. They will rate your videos G, PG, PG-13, and they will affect who they're suggesting them to. And
Yeah.
if you've got a rated G video, it's getting suggested to everyone. If it's over 13, it's only being suggested A to people who have YouTube accounts, which is a very small amount of people. Most
Yeah.
people use it not logged in. And B to people who marked their age as being over that age. So you are
Yeah.
really shrinking your audience. Now, if you're
Makes
really
sense.
good at being funny and you need the swearing and stuff, then fine, if that's a part of your content. But otherwise, it's really worth it to play it safe with YouTube now.
Yeah, that's also a decision I kind of made, actually from the beginning. I don't think I've ever really sworn or anything like that in my videos. You know
What about the podcast, though, Nim?
what?
What about the podcast? We've sworn a few times.
I haven't personally. I don't think. Oh, maybe I
think I have,
once or twice,
once.
maybe.
It's less the swearing, it's more the subject matter that we get into sometimes.
Yeah, and then we'll allude to something and be like, oh, and then just move on.
Or more of Nim does that.
It's yeah. But no, another reason why I didn't swear in my videos is because I was like, well, I know my my parents and my grandparents might watch these, and I don't know.
Wait, whoa. What do your grandparents think of me, Nim?
I don't know if they've listened to the podcast, but they my grandparents
better
have
hope.
watched my videos, the
that's
regular
an
movie
awkward
reviews
thing
and
when
stuff.
family and friends watch your videos and it's
Oh yeah, I hated that.
Yeah.
I honestly hated that because
Yeah.
my parents would ask me questions like, "What did you mean by this?"
I just had
in
one
this
of my
video?"
cousins just tell me point blank, your videos are boring, and I was like, yeah,
Oh, everybody tells me that.
probably.
Everybody.
Probably to you they are boring, but apparently someone watches them, so.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is people will just be like, "Wow, why do you, your videos are they just suck. They're just really boring. Why don't you make something more interesting?" And I'm like, well, you realize this isn't like movie reviews just aren't your type of video, right? A
Yeah,
lot
it's
of people watch them.
People don't realize that there's a target audience.
Yeah.
You're
And
not
you're
gonna-
not part of that target audience.
If you've got a cooking show and someone who only eats fast food comes by, maybe they'll be like, who would want to watch that? But it's like, well, you're just not the target audience. Clearly,
Yeah.
if you don't play City Skylines, you're not going to click on my City Skylines video and
Yeah.
be super captivated.
Exactly. Well, because and I would say the same for me, because like I said earlier, I watched I think I watched maybe one or two of your videos. I didn't find them that interesting, but that's just because that's not my type of video. I'm not the target
No, and
audience. for
I
that.
understand
So
that.
it's
It's
yeah.
really Honestly, most creators, you may not have a thorough idea, but you know your target audience. You know their age, you know what games they're into, you know what genre, and you try to fit things to that, because it's much easier when you have a target to build things off of that and say, okay, this is what they're going to be interested in next. Like, I know that my fans are into games that don't have a plot line and stuff. They like things that it's a building and it's sandbox.
Like open games, yeah.
Anything like that. And so those are the games I try to play. You'll never see me playing like Call of Duty, really, or I mean, I tried to mix it up with Detroit Become Human once, but it's just, that's not what they're there for.
They're not there, yeah.
Once my audience grows, I'll be able to do things like that, because I won't have to say, I'm not going to get many views on the video. There's a point where you're getting a lot of views on a video no matter what you do. Like, if you're getting 1 million views on every video, it doesn't matter if on one video you get 500,000 views. That's still like $10,000 in advertising. That's not an issue.
That's kind of like the boat that PewDiePie is in, because he got to the point where he was basically
able to do
whatever
he wants now.
You know what? I don't have to do the same type of videos I've always been doing. I can just go do whatever I want. That's what he does now.
That is the YouTube dream. Getting to the point where you can just make whatever you want and people will be like, I'll watch it. And even if they say they won't watch it, you've got another 1 million people who will watch it.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
That is job security right there. And that's you can ask the people in my Discord, you can ask anyone I know. That's what I tell them all. I say, if they ask me what my goal is for YouTube, I always say, I want to get to the point where I can play what I want and not have to worry about it, and not have to worry about YouTube's algorithms, and not have to worry about my target audience, and just enjoy it. But I'm not quite there. There's a bit more work left until I'm at that point.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and also the thing is, I think when you reach that point, your video quality might go up because you might enjoy the video that you're making more.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
It could be a
I
win-win.
completely agree with that. One of the most annoying. Now I know they mean well, but one of the most annoying things is when you get someone who's like, "Well, just record what you enjoy," and it's like, you don't understand. When it gets to this point, it's a battle, and you have to make the video that's going to do well, because you have to keep the numbers up long enough so that you can hit that point where you're at safety. You can't jeopardize your channel. Oh my god.
Oh, well.
Oh my god.
Happened again.
You can't
Jeez,
jeopardize.
Discord, what are you doing to us?
I don't know. Maybe it's not counting my microphone as real. Let me just switch real quick.
Yeah, okay. This is, so...
Okay, let's see if that's better.
Wow.
Maybe.
But you can't jeopardize your channel just because you feel like playing something else. I mean, that's just irresponsible. Like I said,
that's what I
the reason
ended up happening to
the reason
channel.
I switched over to City Skylines is because I always, if you look at my channel, there will be just like one-off videos that I do in random games. But my one-off video in City Skylines got more views than my Universe Sandbox 2 one at one point, and then I said, okay, I can start pivoting. And then I started series in City Skylines, and they did as well as Universe Sandbox 2, and then I was like, okay, now I'm in 2 different games. Fantastic. And now I'm at the point where if I make a Universe Sandbox 2 video, it's gonna get like 10,000 views. Nothing like terrible, but if I make a City Skylines video, I'm talking 20 to 100,000 views. Like,
so
it's eclipsed it.
So you're the type of person who puts a lot of thought into how you know, what's gonna do well kind of thing.
Honestly, right now I'm running a big experiment. I'm trying to see whether one-piece videos where they're just one idea or series perform better. And I've always been a guy who makes series, but it looks like the data's showing that when I make a video that's just a one video shot, like when I made building a City Skyline City in 64 squares, and then that's just one video, not a series, it does like 3 times better than a video in a series. Obviously, it requires coming up with a ton of ideas, a lot more editing, but something like that, it kind of contrasts with my idea of like building the series and lore and stuff, and it kind of makes me say, oh boy, am I going to have to start getting a little bit more creative and making these one-piece videos that aren't series and finding ways to tie them together somehow in a way that, because I understand why they get more views, because if you see a video and it's Cities Skylines something or number 27, you're gonna be like, well, I can't watch this, I never saw the first 26.
Yeah. It's hard to get new people onto it, yeah.
But those other videos, it's like you can jump right in. It's an idea that you're going to see from the beginning, and I get it. I completely get it. I mean, series are obviously more secure because it's not like people are just going to stop watching the series. I mean, some will.
That was always the issue I thought about with my Star Wars: The Clone Wars review series that I did. I was like, nobody's gonna watch just one random episode of like one review of one of the episodes. I'm like, but at the same time I was thinking, who wants to go and watch a review of every single episode?
Yeah, and it's really one of those things that if I was thinking about it earlier, that's one of the things that I really, if you're making a channel, you need to think of these things ahead of time. It helps so much because all my Universe Sandbox 2 videos were one idea videos, and then City Skylines was all series, because City Skylines takes, like, to build a nice city, it takes upwards of like 40 hours. Putting that all into one video is pretty much impossible. I've never done like a full city in one video. I've only done little ideas in them. With school and stuff, I just don't have the time to do videos like that. So series work well for me, but in the future I may have to look into more varied content like that because it does perform better.
Yeah, and that's one thing that I also noticed when I was actually a YouTuber back in the day.
Yeah, before you deleted your channel.
Yeah, but the thing was, I'd do like hundreds of videos on just 2B2T number XYZ, and then nobody would watch it, and the view count would get lower and lower each one. And then I'd just do these random videos talking about BS, and they'd get hundreds of thousands of views. I'd be like, wow.
Yep. You got to 600 subscribers, and then you just deleted it. Good job.
So sad. You know, I always say the first 100 subscribers were the hardest for me. I mean, if I go back in videos, I'm pretty sure my road to 70 subscribers video. I know, I had a special video for 70 subscribers.
Interesting.
Isn't that insane?
I remember when I had more subs than you once.
Let me see the date. Let me see the date, because they're so close together, it's almost unreal. It's like, I had my 70 special, like, I think like a month before I had my 1,000 special. Like,
wow.
after the ball started rolling,
there,
it kind of just got crazy.
Yeah, that never happened for me.
Like, my channel's 6 years old as of, I think, yesterday.
Oh, okay.
But
Yours is a lot older than mine.
I'd say it was really born on the day I hit like 100 subscribers, because that's when things actually started moving. It meant something at that point.
Yeah. I hit 100 subscribers, like, when was that? It was almost 2 years in, but not quite 2 years. So, but yeah, and I haven't hit 200 yet. But I'm only like 2.5 years in overall. But
yeah, you're doing pretty good for that compared to me.
Considering the fact that I started as like one thing and completely changed the entire channel to something completely different, like. I literally just was like started off as a complete 100% Minecraft channel, and then halfway through just was like, all right, I'm a movie review channel now.
Honestly, one of my big plans is I've been quietly developing a game in the background, and what I'd really love to do is pivot my channel into being about that, because that's just an endless supply of original content. Like, if you make something like that, I could make a video on every update for the game, and then that's cool. That's such security right there.
Yeah.
So give us some. I don't know how much you're able to say so far, but give us a little bit of a sneak peek of what this is.
So the current development is the thing I'm smoothing out right now is procedural planet generation. So it's capable of rendering an entire planet on a normal computer. So the plan is, think about not really factions, but more of towny. You guys know what towny is, right?
Well, I do.
I know Pasta
No.
does.
Guess
It's like
so, kind of.
it's like on Minecraft, it's a version where like you can make like towns and trade between towns and declare wars up.
Okay,
I
yeah,
want
yeah,
that,
yeah.
but on like a galactic scale, so you can build factions between star systems and planets, and you're taking land and you're trading material.
Okay.
And I want it to be, not an MMO in the sense of like those cheesy MMOs where it's like Vikings fight giant war, you know what I mean? MMO in the sense of you actually need like a crew of people to be able to build a ship, not like beating the game in the day. Like in Minecraft you can beat the game in a day realistically, but I want it to be that you actually need to have like communities working together on things.
Yes. So this is a game that's all about all about community and all about playing with other people.
I want it to kind of form like little societies, and I want governments to form. I want to put in a way of land management so that you can give parts of like, you'd have the solar systems, and then you'd give the planets to people if you want, and you can make like a command hierarchy, and then they can manage the parts they're in charge of, and then you'd obviously have to defend your land. Every planet would have different resources, so there would be probably wars for whatever planets had life. I mean, the habitable planets would probably be the most highly contested ones, and then ones with like valuable resources would be next. So getting like space engineers, Minecraft, and then get like grand strategy mixed in. And the crazy thing about it would be that I'd want it to be not completely realistic, but like I'd want it to take a lot of work to get like a spaceship. Like you're not going to mine 2 bars of iron and make a spaceship out of it. You're going to have a team set up a refinery and get tons of material. And I'll make it, I need to find a way to scale it so that you can still play on your own. Like a way to move up the ranks even if you don't have a ton of people with you.
Even when you don't have friends.
Yeah. But
like me.
But I'm not even sure if that's necessary, because if you were to join and then you're able to right off the bat move into like a star system and a planet, and then you find like a farm or a mine or something you want to work in so that you can save up the money to get something, you know what I mean? It would honestly depend on the government you joined and how generous they were to the people and how efficient they were, because I could imagine that the prices across the galaxy would be different for things. I mean,
so the idea is like you kind of it's the game is basically just only gonna be as good as the players make it, kind of.
I want it to be really community oriented, and I want to have a lot of ways for people to manage things. Like, I don't want it to be a game of micromanagement, but I want it to be a game of leadership.
Okay.
Yeah. Sounds very, very
You know
interesting.
EVE Online? Think about EVE Online, but destructible terrain and actually, like, collecting resources in it.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, it sounds really interesting. I'm sure a lot of people would want to
it would
play
be pretty crazy if I could pull it off, but right now I'm working on more the engine thing. Not much gameplay, a whole lot of engine design. I'm obviously using a game engine already, which I didn't make, but I have to build a voxel engine and stuff inside of it, because nothing else is really going to work for entire planet generation. It's kind of a hard thing.
Big thing, yeah.
Yeah.
I know nothing about making games, so I would have no clue.
It gets easier as you go, until you
Yeah,
have
I'm
to
sure.
read like
I'm sure.
white papers on other people's code, and you're like, how did people come up with this? Like, I've been trying to figure out one algorithm for a while, and I was like, you know what? Maybe I can design my own algorithm to do the same thing, and I start designing it, and I come up with the exact same thing they had made, and I'm like, oh, that's how they got there. I ended
That's
up
funny.
designing
That's
the same thing.
Wow.
But now I
That's
understand how it works.
Yeah. Yeah. When you take a step back and do it all, figure it all out yourself, then you.
And it's like,
Then you
whoa,
get it.
that is the most efficient way to do it.
So Lord Pasta, did you have any more questions?
Yeah, I do. I think we can move on to maybe some of the funner questions I wrote down
boy.
here. Here's one that's interesting. Do your fans ever scare you? You ever afraid of your fans?
You know, I'm going to be honest. I have been gifted with a community that is very non-toxic, calm, and actually even respectful. It's like, I'd say
That's nice.
one of the craziest... I mean, I've had a few flukes. Like, in one of my videos, I accidentally, like, showed my city. Not my address, but I got it handled very quickly, and only one person noticed. But, you know, I have enough hope that they want to do anything that I'm not really scared about that. It's like, nobody hates me. I haven't done anything controversial, and I've been staying away from things that are controversial because I like it being this lighthearted atmosphere. I like that.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel for my channel anyways, is like I try to just, you know, not do anything to make anyone mad, try to keep it a nice place. But yeah.
So no, I want to say I've ever been genuinely afraid of fans. I mean, I really was kicking myself over that mistake, but that isn't my fans. That's me accidentally doxing myself. I'd say that's very different. I mean,
People could probably easily find where I live.
I've had Aaron get annoyed at fans before. I mean, Aaron's my girlfriend, and I mean, there's been some female fans who have been a little bit, you know, and she's gotten mad at them. But there was this one person on our Discord who I ended up banning because I was like, nope, you are being way too annoying. But I haven't really had much crazy fans. I mean, things are how they are. Things have been pretty calm, and I hope it stays that way. I'm on the nicer part of YouTube.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah,
I like
good
that part
for
of
you.
YouTube.
Even when I was there, you know.
Yeah,
generally-
nothing. I mean, the server had some conflict, but it never got personal. Like, it was just, oh, you destroyed my base. Oh, I'm gonna destroy your base back.
Yeah. I mean, I like that.
Steal your boots. You know?
I like that personally because I'm generally a non-confrontational person who like just doesn't like to, like, I like everybody to be like, let's all just like each other and nobody, you know. That's kind of
I know what you're saying.
Like that.
Yeah, I mean, if you meet me in person, I'm very much like that, but I am afraid, I don't know how it comes off to you, but I'm afraid on the internet I just sort of do whatever, and I can annoy the crap out of people. So,
you know, I think it's a thing about the internet, like, you kind of lose a filter. It doesn't matter who you are, like, I was actually so shy before YouTube, like, I wouldn't even, like, go up to, like, I wouldn't buy my own stuff in public. I wouldn't, like, go up to a cash register. I'd be very concerned. I didn't like picking up the phone. But after YouTube, it's like, you know, the internet kind of widens your view to be like, oh, there's a lot of people out there, and you're going to have to talk to a lot of them. And especially with YouTube, it's like, now my audience, I have, like, I don't know, I get like 100,000 views a day on a good day, and that's 100,000 people just listening to me talking. So why be nervous about people in the future? I've already done probably the majority of the people I'm going to talk to.
Yeah, I can say even though I have, you know, obviously a tiny audience compared to you, I can say that even just that kind of has affected me too, where like I a little bit easier to just talk to people even in real life just based on doing it, because like now it's like, oh, I put out me just saying whatever all the time. Oh, okay, that happened
Oh
again.
no.
I don't understand Discord.
Yeah,
right
Discord.
now.
I don't know what's happening. This
Stop
hasn't happened
abusing
before with any of our
Spike
other
Viper.
guests. I don't know.
It's probably because I'm a Discord partner. So like, let's just mess with them.
Oh, you are. Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, he literally has it on his banner. No.
Wait, does he?
Come on.
I don't
That's
pay
one of
attention
my
Yeah.
to
proud
things.
accomplishments. You know, I have a hoodie. It's a very nice hoodie.
Yeah. I mean, I don't pay attention to those kind of things, so I didn't notice. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
don't
one of
worry,
the
don't
things
worry,
for
don't
me-
worry. I
oh.
do not care at all that you don't notice. It's such a like, it's such a technicality. It doesn't really change
Yeah.
anything at all.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Yeah, but for me, it was like it's kind of the same thing as like what you were saying, but instead of dealing with nice people, you know, who are always, you know, considerate of you, I was in the 2B2T community, and you'd be thrown into a Discord with like 12 people, like calling you names and like telling you to go die and stuff.
See, Lord Pasta got a lot of confrontation, not because of his personality or because of the way he was, just because of the community.
I
jumped
just had a
into.
situation like that too. I was trying to collaborate with another YouTuber, and first off, it was impossible to contact them. Like, I've contacted massive YouTubers before, and this one wasn't even that big. Trying to contact them, their admins would not help me contact them at all. They were very stuck up, and they were like, oh, you only have 100,000 subscribers, you're just trying to use them for views. And I was like, no, we make similar content, it would just make sense. And I
Yeah.
get almost as many monthly views as them. It's like,
See, I hate when people look at it in that way, like, "Oh, you're just trying to leech off my subscribers." And
but their community just right off the bat was attacking me and completely vile, you know.
Jeez.
I got like DM'd some terrible things, and like I was just like, you know what? I don't even want to do this, because if I were to do a collaboration with them, you know, their audience is gonna bleed into mine. That would
Yeah.
be bad. That would actually
yeah,
be
so you're
tainting
just
my
like,
audience.
all right, I should just not do it.
I
yeah.
just backed off at that point. At first I was really excited. I was like, this would be good. All these people, and I was like, I don't actually want them. I don't want
Yeah.
that kind of person in my community. I mean,
that's understandable. Yeah.
Yeah,
I want it to
definitely get
stay.
that.
If it's growing at its rate, and you know it's all nice people, fine. I'd rather have that.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, honestly, you're lucky for not having people do anything. Like,
I am
really
extremely,
stupid to you.
extremely lucky. I think it's
'Cause-
a lot of it's because my audience is somewhat younger than the average audience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes
Which-
sense.
I mean, I only had 600 subs, and someone made a video claiming I was a school shooter and put it on YouTube.
Oh, I think I remember that. Yeah.
God,
Remember you saying that.
that's unfortunate.
But yeah,
Yeah.
speaking of contacting, trying to contact bigger YouTubers to, you know, collaborate and stuff. I think you actually contacting you is pretty
Yeah.
easy.
Oh,
very
okay. One of the
easy.
weird things about me is, I shouldn't say this on a podcast, but my DMs are open. I actually do not limit them to friends on Discord. I actually,
Yeah, that's
every week, I will spend about 2 hours responding to every single DM I get. I'll respond to every single fan who's messaged me.
Jeez,
Uh,
that's nice.
I feel like it's a
That's-
part of being a YouTuber. You have to interact with your
Yeah.
community.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're just basically using people for views. And
Now, here's the one thing though I would think is, do you think, like, what do you think is the point you would get to where you just couldn't respond to everything, where you would try but you just couldn't?
I think at some point I'd have Erin help, because she could probably
Okay,
answer a
that
lot of the
makes sense.
questions coming in. But I will hit that point eventually where I can't do it, and at that point I think that I'm going to have to just do it through live streams and stuff. I have to keep it real somehow.
Yeah.
You know, I've had like music parties with the fans. I've had a Discord bot come in, and I was DJ and I was playing the music they requested, and things like that are just really nice to keep the community together. talking to
definitely.
people directly. DMs are a powerful tool. I mean, even if I get spammed a bit, you'd be surprised. Right now, I'm not actually getting that many messages. If you keep up to it, it's not that bad. I think I have 30 unread.
Okay.
And that's from like the
Yeah.
past week. So that's not that bad. It's doable. And
Okay. So far, anyways.
because most people won't think I'm gonna DM this YouTube. I mean, I watch a lot of YouTubers. I'd never DM them.
yeah.
Yeah,
cool.
you'd be
Yeah.
surprised.
I think you think about your thought process is I'm not going to DM them because what's the point? There's no way they're going to see it.
Yeah, I understand that completely.
That's kind of the way. Yeah. But yeah, we contacted you. Lord Pasta sent you an email
yes.
to contact you.
Yeah, straight
Now,
from my mind.
This was me and him were in a call together as he was writing this. We were like, okay, so we're gonna invite him on, right? And I was like, I don't know, do you want to just like send a quick DM to him or whatever? But he's like, no, I'm gonna do this like full on email, the elaborate email. It was great. So I'm just gonna read that out here because it's quite.
Give me 1 second. I'm just gonna
Brilliant.
switch channels very quickly so Discord doesn't kick me while you're reading it.
Oh yeah, definitely. You definitely don't want that. Yeah, Discord. I don't
Okay,
know what
we're
you're
all
doing.
set.
Okay. So, anyways, also your last name is in here. I don't know if that's okay. to say.
I'd block that out.
Yeah. Okay. I'll just skip over it. I'll just say
Yeah.
it's okay. So,
Like
dear
I
Mr.
don't actively like try to keep that out
Yeah.
of things.
You just
but, like,
you just don't.
I don't try
yeah.
to.
Yeah, I warned him about this.
D-
Just so you know.
yeah. Okay. So, dear Mr. Your last name. This is very very formal. Hello. I am. You're okay with your name, right?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can say my whole name.
Hello, I am Anthony P. Salcone, sending you this on behalf of the NimCast to inform you that we would love to have the pleasure of sharing you with our audience. We believe that appearing as a guest on our podcast, the NimCast, will be mutually beneficial to both parties. I love just how official this all sounds.
Why do you think I responded?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, like, a lot of the times I get a request for a collaboration or something, it's one sentence, broken English, just like, could we collab? And it's like, if you make an appearance that, like, looks like you're serious about it, it doesn't matter if you're a small podcast.
Yeah.
Because if you're serious about it, I'll do it, because you know what? If you're serious about it, you deserve to have a guest. I mean,
definitely.
because you're working hard.
Yeah. It's that's that. I agree. So I think from now on, Lord Pasta, you can just send emails to everybody who are invited.
I get a job now.
Supreme
You get something
emailer.
else to
Not
do other
paid.
than just sit there and be you. Anyways, through extensive work within the YouTube sphere, we have come to the conclusion through extensive work in the YouTube sphere within the YouTube sphere. Yep. We have come to the conclusion that there will be minimal detriments in appearing on the NimCast. Oh, I love the
I'd
wording
hope
of all
it's
this.
no detriment. I mean,
Minimal.
hopefully there's a net positive
Very
here.
minimal. Very minimal.
Yeah, I think things are positive here so far. Connecting your name with new metadata, including, but not limited to, podcast, discussion, guest, movie reviews, film, and debate. I mean, I guess we didn't. I don't know how. I guess we might have debates.
Debate me right now. Debate me right now.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I was gonna say Lord Pasta's ready for a debate.
You're
at
gonna
any second.
kill my rating
Seriously.
on my channel. It's gonna be like rated R within 3 seconds.
The owners of the NimCast are also associated with. Wait, the owners of the NimCast are also associated with your main content style of gaming, right? Because I used to do Minecraft and you do Minecraft, and Lord Pasta does it. And these.
I used to do. Come on.
Well, yeah, I know, but
I just
associated.
said-
Yeah,
It says
he's a real
associated with
man.
your
He
content
doesn't-
style
he
of
doesn't do
gaming.
that.
No,
not
I know.
Minecraft
I'm joking.
specifically.
Don't
it
worry.
Says gaming.
Honestly, I
Okay.
don't even find it like personally like embarrassing to play Minecraft.
No.
I just hate it
No,
when
it's
people
not.
use it as a dig on me at school. It's like
Ooh, you're a Minecraft YouTuber.
it's like I'm sorry
Whoa.
I don't play Fortnite like all of you.
First off, I'm not a Minecraft YouTuber anymore. Second off, Yeah, no.
Second
and
off, I
these
played
new-
Roblox, not my...
Come on, man.
Yeah, that's way better.
And these new additional attributes are merely adjunct to those topics. I love that official word there, adjunct. I wouldn't use that in a normal everyday conversation.
I don't think
What does it
anyone's
mean?
used that
Nim,
in a
what does it
normal
mean?
everyday
It
conversation.
means it's adjunct to it, so it's like added to it. I don't know.
I don't know if it's an actual word.
You're so
One
close.
second.
It is a word. It means like
A thing
below,
added to
adjunct.
something
Oh,
else as a
okay,
supplementary rather than an
Okay.
essential part.
Yes.
See,
That's
this
it.
is why Lord Pasta needs to message all of our future guests.
So good to add, but not
invite them
needed.
on. The NimCast is currently hosted on the channel www.youtube.com.
I'm gonna be honest, I never even clicked on the link.
/NimTV. Wow.
I
just
know,
let- no.
I know.
That's
I'm
fine.
a bad person. I came to the Discord and I was like, okay, you guys are cool.
Okay, you can
Because
yeah.
there's so many YouTube, and it's so easy to get a bad impression. I'd rather see like one of the examples of you guys like talking to your fans and how you organize things.
Well, we don't have fans on the Discord server because we don't really have.
Yeah.
We don't have like a fan Discord server. We're not to that point yet.
Well, I kind of do.
You do?
Kind of. We share it with like Shift
Oh, the shift.
and the others.
Oh.
Yeah, a lot of those guys are from my channel.
That's true.
No, but I did check it out. Just not the first thing I did.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
You were already sold at the word adjunct.
Yeah,
that's
at
fine.
adjunct, I was just like, oh boy, okay. Gotta find some time.
Benjamin W. Oh man, I don't know if I want
That's
to
your
share my
own
last
name,
name.
Nim.
I don't know if I want to share my last name. I might bleep it out. I don't know. I'll think about
You
it.
can just cut it out. Bleeping
AKA
is just annoying.
Maybe. AKA NimAgeNeb2299. Oof. That was always my online username for everything.
Beautiful.
That's where the name Nimcraft came from. Just my name backwards. There you go. And co-hosted by Anthony P. Salcone, a.k.a. Lord Pasta, and is also available at
Your name
Anchor.
sounds like calzone, but like flipped.
Sal.
Yeah, it's supposed to be Salcone, but we
Nice
always
and
just call it
cheesy.
Salcone.
Salcone.
So
He's just got that Italian name there. Also on anchor.fm/NimCast. It's also on Spotify too, actually, by the way,
Ooh.
and other places.
Hopefully, while I'm listening to music, it'll just pop up with your podcast. It'll be like listening to Despacito,
no, because
and then...
it's under podcasts,
Oh,
so I don't
darn
know
it.
if it would.
Darn
It's
it!
under podcasts, so I don't know if it would just pop up when you're listening to music.
I feel
but-
bad for any random person who's just listening to music, like working out, and then the podcast.
And then
pops up.
NimCast.
Welcome to the NimCast.
Well, no, they start with our intro. I don't know if you've listened to any of our other episodes of the NimCast, but if it starts with our intro song, and so they'd be like, "What is this song?" And then yeah, Nim.
written by yours truly.
It's Lord Pasta did that song all by himself in like 10 minutes.
Very impressive.
We believe that ultimately you are a success story. A person who was at one point just one of us, but through dedication, cunning, and a little luck, became a superstar.
A lot of luck.
A lot of luck. I love that.
90% luck.
Through dedication, cunning. Well, he had to compliment you on your dedication and cunning.
Yeah, that works. That works,
To
Yeah, I just
butter
had
you up
to.
a little bit to make you a little bit more.
Don't worry, it
you know.
worked. I'm
Well,
sufficient.
if you want to use that expression.
And became a superstar. Yeah, you're this big superstar.
I'll get
In
there.
addition, yeah, I don't know what point are you considered a superstar?
So
I don't know.
I've always said I would consider myself. I consider myself semi famous at 10,000. I consider myself semi famous at 100,000, and I will consider myself famous at 1 million.
Okay.
That's a good.
That makes
that's
sense. That
pretty
makes
accurate.
sense. Yeah. In addition to this, I personally have been familiar with your presence on YouTube for many years, and have even at times associated myself with you. Ooh. I love how official all this sounds. Like
I
it's-
have associated myself.
I have at times associated myself with you. Not like, yeah, we knew each other. Whoa, and it's like
I've
just
associated myself. I've at least said that we have been in contact before. Maybe we haven't been, but
We actually were. We did a video, like a live stream together.
Oh, did you?
God, we've
I
done
didn't know that.
skits and stuff. I think you were into on the server.
oh,
Yeah.
that's cool. That's cool.
Back in the old cringy days.
Back in the old days.
Ooh.
Back when you had
Were
Minecraft
you in
girlfriends.
the life of a server owner?
Yes.
Oh my
Yes,
god,
I was.
that
Back-
was throwback.
Back in the day when Pasta had Minecraft girlfriends.
Ooh, okay, let's not go
Oh.
on that. We gotta turn around, jump ship.
All right.
We don't want to get
is
into that.
Is that a controversial topic? Oh boy.
Yeah, we're not gonna talk about that.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
We did. He did tell me about that. Like,
There's a lot of stuff that I can qualify with that, so let's just
What
move
happens
on.
Okay.
on the server stays on the server.
alrighty then.
We don't talk about the ban logs.
Oh, now this is where it gets real juicy. I know that you have a particular opinion of the co-host of the NimCast, talking about himself. Yours truly. Oh yeah, it says right there. Yours truly. But I can assure you that I can act in a professional manner and not jeopardize the reputation of any of the NimCast's guests. We have had 2 so far, and they both enjoyed the experience. The podcast typically is no more than an hour in duration and is
Well. Darn
4
it,
minutes.
guys.
Yeah, we've already been. It's usually only about an hour, but
We're at 110
we're
right
already
now.
you're
recording
just-
for longer than an hour.
You're just so engaging, Spike.
Honestly,
Piper, that's
this has
why,
been
you
a
know?
good time. I've been enjoying this. Then contact the host.
Don't worry, I have
Benjamin,
155
maybe not say the
gigabytes
last
free, but once that's full, I can't record any further.
At nimcraft22@gmail.com. Yeah. Oh, you didn't. Yeah. Yeah. That.
I liked
That-
it. I
Yeah,
thought it
Nim was
good.
very.
I
it was.
liked.
He was very
I
proud
liked
of
how
it.
at
Thank
the
you
end you
for
were
your
like,
consideration.
yeah, just in case he's uncomfortable with hosting with me, I myself am going to assure him.
He's like just in case.
Don't
You're
worry,
like-
I have great self-control.
I just want you to let you know I'm not that stupid kid I used to be. I have some. I can be professional now. Okay.
Yeah, totally. I'm not gonna spaz out when I'm in the same call as you.
Yeah. Of course.
I don't know,
Did you do that
Discord's
before?
been the only one abusing me this call.
Yeah, Discord hates you right now.
Discord
this
is just beating me up to like, get out.
For those who aren't sure what's been going on those past couple times, basically Discord just kicked him out of.
It's
the-
been sending me to AFK. It says, "Are you
Yeah.
AFK?" And it's like, I've been talking.
Yeah, he was talking, and it kicks him to his voice to AFK. I don't know. It never did that with the other guests. I don't know what's wrong with you,
It's
but
okay. Discord is just angry at me. It's fine.
Yeah, look, I have problems with Discord too, so it's.
yeah, we all do. So yeah, wait, how long have we been going?
An hour and 12
Over an hour.
minutes now.
An hour and
Yeah.
12 minutes.
Mhm.
Oof.
If you have
so
any more
anything-
questions, I'll answer them. I mean, I'm
Yeah,
not,
I mean,
I'm not a
it doesn't have
super
to
busy
be.
guy
It doesn't
right
have
now.
to be close to an hour. It can be longer if that's fine. So, Lord Pasta, did you
Oh,
have any
so
more
now
questions?
I do have a few. I have one last
okay.
one, very important right here. Some individuals you may know may like this question. Finally, what are your thoughts on the science of Marxism?
Oh.
And do you plan to endorse the coming revolution?
Oh boy. Oh jeez. So for those of you, well, none of you are gonna know who I am. So, I'm staunchly anti-communist, just based off of principle and the fact that it doesn't work in general.
Yeah.
I
agree.
mean, I don't believe. I've always believed in you earn what you earn. I mean, that basically everything I've made is self-made. My YouTube, everything I have, I've gotten myself through my own means. I don't think that. I understand the cases in which socialism can be useful when applied in places like the fire
In certain
departments
areas,
and
yeah.
police and stuff. That anything that can't be competitive or can't realistically be competitive. But when it comes to industry, no, communism is trash. throw it out with the rest of the trash. It's not.
Okay, so you heard it here first.
It's never gonna
Heard it here
work.
first.
Stop it.
You heard it here first.
Antifa,
Spike
you are
Viper is,
literally Nazis.
Spike Viper is,
communism is just
enemy of the
as-
proletariat.
Communism is just as oppressive as Nazism. You literally require a totalitarian government to take all
but that's not true,
industry
though.
and to dictate
man.
where you work,
Well,
what you
here's
eat.
here's where that whole debate
did-
thing comes in. Oh boy.
I mean,
I didn't mean this as serious, but if you're gonna be bringing
God.
that out,
Pasta, are you a commie?
no, I'm an anarchist.
He's totally
no. Oh,
Okay, no, we've had-
Oh,
Me and him, he has gone through his entire thing with that and explained it all to me before. It's
So,
quite interesting.
Are you an
but,
actual anarchist, or are you like a trendy
Yeah.
anarchist? So
Yeah,
you
I
think,
I believe
so you think
in it.
no
Yeah.
government, no prison, no laws.
As an ideal, yeah. As a
So how are you keeping
Yeah.
order?
through a non-hierarchical structure
So
based on a democracy.
So
yeah.
whoever's strongest beating everyone else up. You're
How
literally,
is that
you know
at
in
all what I just
Wakanda,
said?
you know in Wakanda and Black
I
Panther.
wanna
That's
know how
that's
you
the
got that
society
from
you're
what you
asking
said.
for.
Is that a
Whoever kills
non-hierarchical
everyone
society,
else gets
Spike
to have
Viper?
the power, I guess.
Is that a non-hierarchical society, Spike Viper? I don't
How
think
do you
so.
have no hierarchy? I mean, things naturally organize themselves. I mean, look at a family. Do you think that if you have a kid, they're going to have the same say as you naturally?
No, but that's
No, because you
the
just made a
child-
hierarchy. Now there's a hierarchy because now we're saying that the adults have more power than the children. You've already
child cannot
broken
make
it. There is
The
already
child-
a hierarchy
no,
here.
there's a distinction. The child cannot make an informed consent to any
So
decision.
who's
The
deciding
adult
who can and
therefore,
can't? If there's no hierarchy, who's to make that decision?
Well,
You?
It's just
So are
it's
you
an
supreme
axiom.
ruler? Who
It's
decides
an
this?
axiom, as it. No, if you understood.
Nothing is an axiom.
uh,
You need to learn. Some
okay,
people think
okay.
that communism works. Do you want them deciding it? Do you want
Okay.
the scientists deciding it? People you consider smart? Do
what
want
you
the
just
hard
said
workers
was just
deciding
completely
it?
false. Every moral system is based in axioms. I mean, can you justify capitalism just by looking at empirical reality? No, you can't.
Okay. Anyways,
All right,
That
let's
was-
just.
that was,
let's not
I'd
get into
actually
that.
argue that. But
I will
That's-
say that I've heard.
I think that
I've
the
heard-
reason you can justify capitalism is the fact it's still here and it's not like it's not
Well, there are hidden
perfect,
premises.
but you know
there
what?
are moral premises.
You
that
know
you're-
what? Has the United States collapsed into revolution? Other than
yet.
the Civil War, that was over. That was over the economy, but in a different
That
way.
was we'll just sweep that one under the rug. Let's just
Yeah.
pretend that.
Yeah.
Well,
I
I'm
didn't
saying
mean that to be
is the
serious at
reason
all.
I-
It was a meme.
I know, but anarchy, God, no. Anarchy doesn't work. Communism doesn't work. There needs
Yeah.
to be some sort of order to
Yeah.
keep people. Organisms are literally cells that have become in order with each other and formed a larger organism.
I'm not against
People,
order. I'm not against
people
order. I'm
build
against the state.
societies and governments to keep
Okay.
an even larger organism.
It's a monopoly. It's a coercive entity.
Okay, I will say, Lord Pasta has explained the whole thing to me, like what his whole thing with this is. I will say, there is some logic behind it. I'm not sure if I completely agree with it, but there is.
Are we talking like
I don't know
the
if we
new
wanna get into
Star
all that.
Wars logic where there's like 800 holes in the plot, or are we talking like
I don't want to get into this because that could take
Yeah,
a
this
lot
would
more
this
time.
literally
would be
take up,
another
like, 3
discussion,
hours.
maybe another
was gonna say.
time.
Yeah, I was gonna
Just
say,
know that
now-
I've thought about this in depth.
Now, one thing we do need to get out of the way before we close is we do a guest episode every other week, right?
Yep.
So every week where we don't have a guest on, during the podcast we do a movie discussion where we talk about a movie. But what we started doing is our guest from the previous guest episode actually will suggest what movie we watch for that movie discussion.
Jeez.
So, suggest a movie, any movie. I mean,
that's a hard one. There's so
a movie
many
you
movies
think
out
is
there.
either it can be a good movie, a bad movie, a movie that you just think
let
would
me
have
let
a
me
good
think
discussion.
for a second. Something that would have a good discussion. Oh, 1 second. I just need... Obviously not like Infinity War. That's too obvious. I've got to think back to a movie that actually has...
Well, yeah, but I mean, it'd be nice if it was something that like neither of us have seen too.
Have you ever seen The Count of
Yeah.
Monte Cristo?
No.
No.
Yeah, watch that. That's a good one. That's a good
All right.
classic.
Alright, what year is that? That's hold on, let me make sure I
1
find the right thing.
The Count of Monte Cristo. It's also a book, but you're looking for the movie. 19. I'll just send you a link.
Yeah, send it. Yeah.
I think there's
Do
only
that.
one movie. It's kind
Just-
of old. It's not black and white though, so don't worry.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine if it's an older one. Just send like a link to the IMDb page in our Discord server. We have a one that says, what is it called? Next film discussion, a text channel. Just like posted in there. A link to the IMDb for it. So that sounds like an interesting one. I feel like I've heard of that. I don't know if I've.
No, I really like the movie. I'm a
seen
sucker
it.
for it. I mean, V
But,
for Vendetta is another good one, but I feel like you guys already know what
Yeah.
V for Vendetta is.
I've seen it. Yeah, I don't know if Pasta's seen it.
I haven't seen that one.
Maybe for a future, but yeah.
Yeah.
The Count of Monte Cristo is a really good movie, though.
Okay.
Sounds very interesting.
Yeah. So post that in the.
I just
in
did.
the yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Oh,
Well,
you posted it in
guys,
general. Yeah, that's fine.
Autobots, are we gonna roll out? God,
yeah.
that was
so
the worst.
now here's.
I'm sorry.
here's a-
I'm sorry. That was bad.
That's,
Now-
like, that's like something I would say.
another
pretty
almost.
bad. I'm sorry.
another thing here I just want to say is did you enjoy your experience on
Oh
the
yeah,
NimCast?
this was fantastic. There's nothing that really made me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Nothing was coerced. I can talk. It's
Nothing was
late. You're taking up my
career damaging.
valuable bedtime now. Nothing career damaging, and I generally liked it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. I enjoyed
unless
it.
you edit it to like
not-
say like
nothing-
I think I said the word like Nazi. So like if you edit it to be like I like
I'm
Nazis,
a Nazi.
like, that may be an
I
issue.
am Spike Viper and I am a Nazi.
But we'll see how you edit it. I guess that's the
no,
real question.
I'll edit it like the way it's supposed to be. But if you really want some controversy, though, we can just be Spike Viper is a dirty capitalist. He is a terrible.
Enemy of the
That I
proletariat.
am.
Take him
Bring
down.
it
He's number
on.
one
Let's
on my list.
go. I've earned everything through hard work and perseverance. Maybe
Yeah,
you want to
yeah.
take
No,
that from
that's
me,
fine,
but
that's
I'm
fine.
not giving it to you.
All I heard was exploitation.
Am I exploiting you by making videos? Is that it?
So
No, but you're actually being exploited by YouTube.
Oh
Or
no,
Google.
that's completely true. I mean, but I could make my own platform. Maybe I will. I can
Ooh.
Yeah,
code.
you could.
Give me some time. Maybe when
Do
I'm like
it.
30, I'll
Do
release VooperTube.
VooperTube.
Instead of
All right,
taking
everyone,
55%
be
of
on the
people's
lookout
profit,
for VooperTube.
I'll take
Okay,
like
so
5.
quick before I give my little outro, shout out anything you want to, your YouTube channel, your Discord server, whatever. Just shout out.
Oh
anything.
jeez, my YouTube channel is youtube.com/c/spikeviper. My Discord is discord.gg/spookvooper. That's SPOOKVOOPER. My Twitter is @SpikeViperYT. That's pretty much it. I'm a pretty simple guy. I don't use Twitch. I probably should. People who use Twitch grow so much faster, but like,
Yeah, you
take a
give
lot
it
of
try.
effort.
Give it a try, I guess. I don't know.
Maybe
Why
I
not?
will. I've been thinking
Maybe.
about it, but like, I feel like I'm already getting accusations of copying other people, which is really annoying because I've done the content way before they have. But I feel like if I go
Yeah,
into
yeah.
Twitch, everyone's gonna be like, "Wow, you're copying other the people on Twitch. You're trying to steal their Twitch audiences." And maybe I'll just stick to YouTube. Things are going well.
Yeah, I mean, you seem to be doing fine on YouTube, so maybe.
Yeah, I say that, and then everything's gonna crash tomorrow because
Then
Jake
you know
Paul's gonna
YouTube
do
deletes
something
your channel
stupid.
and I don't know.
Oh.
Anyways, so yes,
It
if
was nice.
you are, yeah, okay. So
If
you
I
heard it
am.
right here, Spike Viper. You know. said
Wait,
that
you
this
didn't
is
finish
the
your
best
thought there. You
podcast
said,
ever.
"If you are, I need to know."
Wait, what was I saying? Was I saying something?
Nim just says
I
stuff.
I
Oh.
seriously
okay.
say things without knowing where it's going
okay.
all the time.
Okay.
So Anyways,
It's okay,
Case in
Nimmy Poo. I
point.
still love you.
I just lost my train of thought.
Okay.
Anyways, as Spike Viper was just saying, this is he said this is the best podcast ever, the number one.
That's the best one
podcast
I've been
ever.
on.
Best one he's been on. Is it the only one you've been on?
Yeah.
See. It will be the best one you've been on for ever because this is the best podcast.
Okay, well, I'd be glad to come back at some point if something happens.
Oh yeah, definitely.
where I'm
We would definitely have you on again eventually, maybe. Yeah. Awesome. So, anyways.
When you finally find some justifications for capitalist exploitation.
Yeah, we could get into that debate on a separate episode.
I think just the annoyance it causes you would be worth it. Just
Ooh.
Anyways, so I'm not sure where you're listening to this podcast right now, but I will tell you all the places that it is available if you want to listen to it in a different place. It is available on my YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/c/nimtv, uploaded every Wednesday. It's also uploaded every Wednesday on all these other platforms. Anchor, which is anchor.fm/NimCast, and it is also on all these other places. If you go to any of these places, you can find it just by searching NimCast. Google Podcasts, Spotify, Breaker, Pocket Casts, Radio Public, and Stitcher. It is currently on all those. We haven't got it on iTunes yet because I'm too lazy to do that, but we'll eventually do that. So anyways, this has been...
Can I shout out one more thing?
Oh, sure.
I've got the Vuperian March. It's my national anthem. It's pretty great if you want to hear it on iTunes or any of the places he said. It's pretty much everywhere. I know. That's just such a weird thing to shout out, but I love it. Also, it's copyright free. As long as you say it's the
all right, I'm gonna
anthem.
put it in every one of my videos, Ned.
Oh darn. Maybe I have to. It was actually I had a composer do it with an orchestra. It's very nice.
Wow.
Wow. I'm gonna
Like
listen
a
to
real
that.
composer.
Actually. That sounds
The
cool.
Vuperian March. It's on YouTube and it's on Google Play and iTunes.
I'll just steal it and edit it so it sounds like it's saying so it's actually the Nimperian March or like the Nimian March. I'll just steal it and
sad.
I won't do that.
This is so sad.
I would never do something like that. Anyways, thank you for listening to episode 7 of the NimCast.
Of course.
We're still going strong. Still haven't failed it yet.
This is for me. If you watch the NimCast, you're at least 2% more intelligent than the average Rick and Morty watcher. So
it is true. It is the most intelligent podcast. Actually, in the description of the NimCast on Anchor, it always the first thing I put is I say, hello. I say, welcome to the NimCast, the place where Nim. What did I say? It's like where Nim and Lord Pasta have the deepest of conversations.
yeah, I did actually see that. Yeah.
You did see that?
Yeah.
Anyways, I should probably stop going because we're getting close to an hour and a half.
Yeah,
this is going way too
is-
far. It's like
this
a
is the
car
longest
veering
episode
He's gonna, like,
so
pass
far.
out.
Full of school children.
Is
He's gonna
the longest
literally
episode.
pass out.
I don't think
and
anyone
go to
realized
sleep,
what I
right?
just said.
Anyways, thank you for listening to the NimCast. We love you all. Goodbye.
Bye.
Peace out.
I'm gonna sleep now. You guys took up my night.